Jenny has never been one to hold her tongue, and in the latest wave of 90-Day Fiancé drama, she proved exactly that by shading Sumit's ex-business partner in a way that has fans buzzing nonstop. The tension exploded when Jenny and Sumit, who have been dreaming of opening their cafe in India, decided to turn to a familiar face for help, Rohit, a man from Sumit's past business ventures. At first, it seemed like a lifeline. Rohit had extra restaurant equipment sitting in storage, grills, fryers, mixers, everything they needed to jumpstart their cafe without completely breaking the bank. But instead of offering a friendly hand, Rohit made it crystal clear this wasn't about doing favors. He wanted money, he wanted terms, and he wanted the deal done his way. That's when Jenny's patience snapped. She started questioning everything. Why was this equipment sitting unused for so long? What condition was it in? And most importantly, why should she trust a man who had failed in his own business? She threw shade not by yelling, but with razor-sharp doubts and pointed words. She called out the fact that dusty fryers and old mixers wouldn't magically make their cafe a success. She implied that Rohit was less of a partner and more of an opportunist, someone cashing in on their desperation. And you could see the shift in Sumit's face. He wanted to believe in his old friend, but Jenny wasn't letting the wool be pulled over her eyes. The equipment itself became a symbol of the conflict. Every pan, every appliance, every dent in the metal seemed to carry years of broken promises. Jenny scrutinized each piece with skepticism. Was it clean enough? Was it even safe? Would inspectors sign off on this kind of gear? Her mistrust only deepened as Rohit insisted that what you see is what you get, refusing to offer guarantees. Jenny's shade wasn't just about words. It was about exposing the cracks in his credibility. Fans watching at home could feel the sting of her doubts, as she essentially suggested that Rohit's so-called offer was nothing more than secondhand scraps dressed up as opportunity. Sumit, caught in the middle, tried to keep peace. He reminded Jenny of the financial reality. They didn't have the luxury of buying brand new equipment. His loyalty to Rohit clouded his judgment. But Jenny, seasoned from years of disappointment, wasn't buying into blind faith. She flatly reminded Sumit that bad equipment could ruin their cafe before it even started. And in one cutting moment, Jenny remarked that trusting Rohit in business felt like stepping right into a trap, a statement that fans immediately latched onto as a subtle but brutal dig at Sumit's ex-partner. What makes this shade even juicier is the context. For years, Jenny and Sumit have struggled to prove their relationship is more than just love. They fought to show they can build a life together in India. From family drama to financial hardship, their journey has always been uphill. The cafe was meant to be their redemption story, their chance to silence critics and secure stability. But instead of being a new beginning, Rohit's involvement turned it into another battlefield. Jenny's sharp words toward him revealed more than distrust. They revealed just how determined she is not to let anyone derail her dream again. Public reaction has been nothing short of explosive. Viewers flooded social media with support for Jenny. Many praised her courage to speak up, saying she was finally standing her ground instead of letting Sumit's past dictate their future. Some called her shade long overdue, pointing out that business and friendship rarely mix, and Rohit seemed more concerned with lining his pockets than helping old friends. One fan bluntly commented, "Jenny's not being rude, she's being smart. That man isn't a partner, he's a liability." Others, however, defended Sumit, saying he was only trying to save money and keep the cafe dream alive. Still, the overwhelming vibe online was clear. Jenny's skepticism made sense, and Rohit deserved this shade. What's fascinating here is how the dynamics have shifted. In earlier seasons, Jenny was often portrayed as the one bending, compromising, and adjusting to fit Sumit's world. But now, she's the one laying down boundaries, refusing to let questionable business decisions drag her down. Her shade at Rohit wasn't just about him, it was a declaration that she's no longer the naive outsider. She's become shrewd, watchful, and fiercely protective of her future. Meanwhile, Rohit hasn't backed down. He framed his stance as practical, claiming he's offering them a cheaper way into the business world. But Jenny's public shade has painted him in a different light that's hard to shake. Once someone is labeled as opportunist in the 90-Day Fiancé universe, that reputation sticks. Fans are already dissecting every facial expression, every word exchange, calling Rohit's motives into question. Some speculate he sees the cafe not as their dream, but as his second chance to reinsert himself into the spotlight. And here's the kicker. Jenny and Sumit still haven't secured their cafe space. They're still searching, still negotiating, and still under pressure to make this venture real. Rohit's role now hangs like a shadow over their progress. Will they move forward with his used equipment, risking health inspections and bad press? Or will Jenny's shade turn into a full rejection of his involvement altogether? Either way, the damage has been done. Jenny's words are out there, her skepticism is on record, and Rohit's image as a questionable partner is now cemented in the narrative. This isn't just another bump in Jenny and Sumit's journey, it's a turning point. The cafe dream could either prove them as a power couple capable of building something lasting, or it could collapse under the weight of shady deals and old connections. Jenny's shade has made one thing clear. She refuses to be silent, she refuses to be used, and she refuses to let Sumit's past associates dictate their future. Whether Rohit realizes it or not, he's no longer just an ex-business partner, he's the latest obstacle in a saga that fans can't stop watching. And as the story continues, fans are bracing for the next chapter. Will Rohit strike back, defending his reputation and doubling down on his terms? Or will Jenny's shade push him out of the picture for good? Whatever happens, one thing is certain. This cafe journey is proving to be less about food and more about trust, loyalty, and survival. Jenny has made it known she won't be underestimated, and that makes the drama all the more delicious.